All right. Hi there. Braden Jernigan here. Um, just wanted to talk a little bit about the backstory of the bonds that were broken, where it came from. Obviously, when I started this channel, I was already about 30, a little over 30,000 words in. I'm aiming for 90,000. So I've written a bunch of that so far. Written, this chunk of book. So I just kind of wanted, with this video, kind of want to talk about the history of where this idea came from, and then what's happened so far in the book. So the idea really came to me back in, gosh, it would have been 2016. I was serving a mission for my church. And so I was out in northern Nevada, this place called Sun Valley. It's in the Reno Sparks area, but it's the second largest trailer park in the world. It was a really interesting place. It was really good people. I don't know what it was. There was just like things that would happen that just kind of stuck in my mind. So one example would be they had a lot of cottonwood trees, I believe it is, that lined the roads, and so the cotton would fall. And luckily, I was not allergic to it, but just the cotton falling was just so pretty to me. It didn't feel like it was from this world. So that was really interesting. And then there was this one time where we were biking around in the area, and we rode to the top of this hill, and just kind of we could see this whole little valley. And it was a really cool sight. That I remember looking over at one of the sides of the valley, the little hills, and there's phone towers there, just sticking up from these different hills. When I was looking at that, I could kind of imagine like this shape, like this big shape, like big beast, right? And so that kind of got me thinking about this beast that was made from earth. So it had like a stone skull-like head, and then this body of earth. I just kind of couldn't get that out of my head. Back then, I hated writing so much. I'd gone to, graduated high school, hated writing all through high school. It's just my worst subject, and just I didn't enjoy it. But this idea of like this world that had been shattered was just stuck in my head too. And so these things kind of started to kind of clump up, kind of form into an idea that I thought was for a video game that I'd make, where you farm and then you go hunt monsters. And not super original, but it was interesting to me. I won't go through every iteration that the idea's been through, but it's been through a lot, a lot of different ideas, but some of them will just stick. So, for example, the main character, Kotomi, right here, and then Ale as well, this other main character, they're stuck in my head, the concepts for them, and just the concept of everyone, like if you set your mind to something, you can accomplish it. This concept of willpower, being a force in the world, so that's why the book is called The Bonds That Were Broken, but the series is the Will of One series. So it's been through a lot of different iterations, but it's finally to a point, I've writing the book, it's set in stone. So back in 2019, I realized, okay, even if I'm making a video game, which I couldn't code, didn't like coding, wasn't good at it, I realized I at least need to get the story down, written, even a video game needs that. So I started writing and realized, wow, when it's not a high school assignment, I actually really enjoy it. And so it was just like little short stories in the world, little things that the characters run into. And but I always wanted to write the book, get it going. It wasn't until this summer where I finally sat myself down and set a goal. I was like, okay, by my birthday next year, so August 2022, I want this to be done, you know? And so I started off with an Excel sheet. I decided I wanted to get to 90,000 words. And I just broke it down per day, made a little, just, you know, did some little calculations in Excel to keep track of my progress. Eventually I migrated over to Pacemaker, which has been fantastic. And I got going. So it's been through a lot, but the world as it stands is this, it's a shattered world. This is blue, so it looks like a bunch of islands, but it's not. These are each individual plates floating in the sky. They do that through these magical trees that are all connected in this chain throughout the world, throughout this planet called Saron. And yeah, so for example, so these islands up here, these plates is what I'm calling them, are, you know, thousands of feet above these plates. And then same goes for these plates, which are under these plates. But yeah, it's these ideas that have been stuck in my head for a long time. It's a story that's been forming that changes sometimes, you know, little bits change, but the main body of the story has been stuck, and I need to share it with everyone that wants to read it. So thank you for listening, and see you in the next video.